Hello everyone, today I made a team and we're using it. So I was like, okay, I started off with Polyrath, right? And I made a team with Polyrath. I mean, it worked, but it wasn't doing too well. And I was like, well, I don't really, nah. And then I was like, well, I didn't, Annihilate I didn't swap out, like from the last team. I've been using Annihilate for a while. But I was like, okay, Annihilate, let's start with Annihilate. Annihilate, weak to flying, and I was like, well, it's also weak to Psychic. I like Charge Bug. Charge Bug and Annihilate form a very good core, because Charge Bug is weak to Rock. It perfectly covers that. It's just very nice. I like Charge Bug. It also beats most Psychic types. And then I'm like, okay, and I'm looking through my Pokemon storage, and I'm like, ooh, Jellicent's there. I like Jellicent. I do. I really do. It's a fast move. It's fast to the moves. It's hard hitting. It's quite bulky. Let me use it. And whoo, this team was good. I went something. I went 5-0 with it. And but my thing just glitched out and stopped recording at the final battle. So I had to do another battle to compensate for that. But I did go 5-0. Which is cool. They're running Dragon-tailed Dragonite, so let's hop into the battles. We got a Dragon-tailed Dragonite, and I'm not really sure to come in yet. So I'm gonna come in with my Jellicent because Hex are neutral, and we should be able to survive a Dragon Claw even from the Shadow Dragonite. Just barely because it's quite deadly, this thing. But yeah, I didn't have anything to use for the sidewalls today, so I just looked up Supernova in my sidewall creator or editor thingamajiggy. And yeah, I got these beautiful pictures. Now they're coming in with Greninja and we catch the move, but I shielded the last second thinking it might be a Hydro Cannon, but it's just a Night Slash. Now I should be able to go for the full farm down. I will be able to survive one Hydro Cannon, just barely, like literally by the skin of my teeth, which is still going to be good for us because we should be able to grab the shield with the Shadow Ball and, you know, freak them out. But I'm not at the Shadow Ball, so I'm going to quickly go for the Night Slash. And I'm hoping that they don't scratch track of my energy because we've got a Shadow Ball loaded. I'm hoping, and they lose. They lost track of my energy. On hindsight, I would have been able to get to the Shadow Ball, but I was panicking. And they are not at a move, so we can just go for the Shadow Ball. We wouldn't have won CMP, but they're not at a move, so Shadow Ball will be taking out the very, very glassy Shadow Dragonite. Toodaloo, and bye! And we win that game. Into the next one, we've got Jellicent into Mantine. Okay, I'm gonna stay in here because we need to kind of have Wind Switch for this to be a good matchup. Because sure, we got Charge Bug, which literally is like destroys this thing. A Volt Switch does like 50% of its health or something. But okay, not 50%, like 20% of its health. So it's quite a lot. 10%. 10%? Yeah, 10% of its health. So we do land the Shadow Ball, which is big damage, and that nearly did half of their health. And now we are doing well. And they did throw an alignment, so we get a free Hex through. I've been starting to throw on good timing, like just trying. But sadly they built up to back. But I know I can survive one more Aerial Ace, so I do not have to worry. Aerial Ace coming through, that does nothing. Well, it almost cares, and I would have been able to get to another Shadow Ball, but on hindsight, I should have, but I just decided to go for the Surf, thinking we do grab a shield, which is incredible, and I'm gonna stay in here because I kind of want to have my thing on this thing, so I don't want to be switch locked into something that destroys us. So I'm gonna come in with my thing, Charge Bug. Geez, not thing. It's not called thing. It's not What's cool thing? Yeah, it's not the hand from Wednesday. I will be able to soak the ace. Now we lag, and we get the full farm down. That is incredible. And now they are going to be coming in with a Bomber Snow. And I've got a perfect answer to a Bomber Snow in the bag. Now we've got a shield advantage. We don't have switch advantage, but we've got a pretty good alignment. And if Mantine was their only fighting type coverage, this is just a one game. Weather Ball's coming through. They do have a slight pacing advantage, but they swap out into Heatmore. Now I build up to the Shadow Ball. I'm baiting with the Night Slash. I like baiting in these certain scenarios where we kind of have an advantage. We do grab the shield, and now I'm just gonna go straight Night Slash here because I'm hoping that we get the boost because I won't be able to get to another Shadow Ball. And Heatmore kind of destroys Charge Bug. So I'm going for the Night Slash that does big damage. Oh, we do not get the boost. I was so hoping we'd get the boost. Now, this is just one Volt Switch range. Now, I will get the Volt Switch through, so I can just shield once and don't have to worry. Now, sadly, it is the Thunder Punch which is resisted, but we can just go for one X-Scissor, and this will KO the Abomasnow. I don't know why I threw another one. I don't know. But I'm going to be going for an X-Scissor, and X-Scissor will be taking out the Abomasnow, and that is going to be a good game. But yeah, that was just a good game. Anyway, into the next one, Hitmonchan Hitmonchan in the lead, and that's a good lead. And they will be swapping out into Wigglytuff, and that is incredible. Now, I will be going to the Shadow Ball, and then I'm baiting with the Surf. Well, not really baiting, because I kind of have to go Surf here, but I'm kind of hoping that they think, oh wait, is he going for Shadow Ball? Okay. But they do let it through, so I'm going to swap out into my Charjabug, because Charjabug just has a better matchup. Yeah, just their Volt Switches. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we'll be able to go for the X's, and this should, grabs a shield, and they throw an alignment, so we get a full Volt Switch 3 through. Now, I've been doing these videos very quickly, so I made one yesterday, and that's gonna be this one that you see on the 31st, if you're keeping track, because I want to keep some videos up for when I'm gone, because I'm not gonna be here from July 3rd to July 8th. Yeah, July 3rd to July 8th. I'm going on a holiday, basically, which I'm going to a park, or a ranger park thing in the very high up in the mountains, with lions and hyenas and all that stuff, and where elephants push your cars over. But we do come in with Annihilate when we get the farm down, just because I feel like I need energy on Annihilate. And it is true, they've got Umbreon in the back, and Umbreon would kill our thing, but the Umbreon walls this energy from Annihilate, funny enough. Like, sure, not the fast move, but it walls it in the sense of charge moves, which is quite funny, because Umbreon does... Oh, but we get the boost! Umbreon does not have that bad of a matchup. I know I can survive a foul play, but I'm going to shield, okay? It's just going to end up being the foul play, and they do swap out into the Hitmonchan. I am going to fire off the Shadow Ball, and Shadow Ball will be picking up the knockout, or if not, we could farm down. I think it picks up the knockout from here. Yeah, it does. Bye-bye, Hitmonchan. And now we are going to be doing so much damage, and I'm actually not going to go for the catch, even though I could have, just because I want to keep this damage, and I know I can survive a foul play very, very easily. Foul play coming through, that does nothing to it, and they just see their writing on the wall and concede the match. Good game, very well played. Just, wrong alignment. Lucario, this is amazing. This team, I want to say something, was very weird. So they will be throwing one counter, and they're coming on Bronzong, and this opponent is completely, utterly core broken by this Jellicent. I'm not baiting here, I'm going straight Shadow Ball. There's no point in me baiting, you know what I mean? Shadow Ball will be picked. It's one. Okay, well, we still get the farm down. They survive on 1 HP, but we get the farm down. And in the back, they've got Slowking. Oh my word, this opponent truly is completely core broken. Now, I should have baited here, but I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball. Might as well, but I know they're going to shield here. I was like, oh, they're going to shield, I know it. And they do. I'm going to be swapping out into my Charjabug because we have a slightly better matchup here. And now there's no point in me even going for Discharge because X-Scissor is super effective. I will be shielding up the first Skull just because Skull does a little bit too much damage for my liking, so I'm going to shield it, and Surf, not Skull, is going to be coming through. We do shield it, and now, I thought that we would be able to win CMP, but sadly we won't, so, yeah, we will be able to survive a Surf. But that is unnecessary damage that I wouldn't have been able to, well, I would have been able to just not take if I had thrown it before. But anyway, X-Scissor coming through, grabbing the final shield, even though Lucario has a better matchup here. And we will be able to get to the X-Scissor before they get to the next serve, and this will be bye-bye Slowking, and now we can just destroy them with our Annihilate. This was one of those games where just the person just got onto the wrong team, you know what I mean? They will be able to farm me down, but we completely, okay, well, I have to watch out for Shadow Ball, but we can literally just completely farm down the Lucario. I tried to go for a catch, I was unsuccessful, but now I can just farm them down. with our thing. They need us to get to like 3 Shadow Balls, which is impossible. So yeah, we run. Slightly negative lead into the next one. Golbat kind of, it's not good for this team because you kind of have to call a Shadow Ball. Now they will be just going for the Poison Fang, not even building up to the Shadow Ball, so I'm not even worried. Yeah. We do have pacing advantage here, which is nice. Poison Fang coming through, that does nothing. I'm going to build up to the Shadow Ball, and I'm going for the Surf on good timing, baiting the Shadow Ball, and hopefully this grabs a shield. I'm hoping. They call the bait! They've got balls of steel. Balls of steel. Now they're low enough actually where I can just, go for Surfs. There's no point in me actually going for Shadow Balls anyway. I'm going to shield the potential. I actually lost track of their energy, so I did think it was a bit too soon for a Shadow Ball, but I was like, I better go for good measures, because there was a game where I was playing and I did not realize that Toxicroak could learn Shadow Ball. Did not realize that Toxicroak could learn Shadow Ball. But yeah, now we're at even shields. We will be able to get to another Surf before they get to another Poison Fang, and we get the final shield, and I'm going to be swapping out, hopefully to get the full farm down. They are staying in here, which is interesting. They will be firing off the Poison Fang. There's no way I'm shielding a Poison Fang. Okay, Shadow Ball I would shield, but I know this is just a Poison Fang coming through, and that does nothing. And they let us get the full farm down, which is incredible. Now they're coming in with a Galarian Stunfisk. They should have really just swapped out, because Galarian Stunfisk has such a dominating matchup over Charjabug, but X-Scissor does decent amount of damage, nothing crazy. I lag a bit and I'm going full, but I over-tap the X-Scissor, and which sucks. Now I'm still not going to shield the Rock Slide's coming through, that does all of our HP. I'm going to come in here and just farm down. One shield farm down. I can shield any Earthquake. I'm not shielding this. This isn't even enough for a Rock Slide. And I'm like, wait a minute, how are they? And then I'm like, this is Muddy Water. This is Muddy Water Rock Slide. I don't have to respect a single dang thing. I can just completely farm them down. And yeah, they're just this is just a winning matchup for us. Because I can they're just going straight Muddy Water after Muddy Water. And now I've got so much energy, and we've just got too much energy. And in the back, they've got another Hitmonchan. And we can just go for a Shadow Ball, and we should be able to just clean up this game. This is nothing they can do here. This is just nothing they can do here. And we can just completely farm them down. Yeah. Good game. But yeah, I want to say I've been getting a lot more videos done. Like I'm doing this one 31st, and then I'll be making another one 31st too. Slightly positive lead, Frostlass into our Jellicent. Now Jellicent, it has pace. Okay, it doesn't have pacing advantage, but it has a decent matchup. I'm gonna shield the Crunch, because it would do way too much damage, and I actually didn't even realize this thing could learn Crunch. Now I'm gonna be over farming, and I'm gonna be throwing the Surf. And there was moments where I actually thought, I shouldn't have baited, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This was not one of them, because they did not call the bait, which is nice. And I'll be firing off the Shadow Ball right here, hopefully grabbing the final shield, or taking this thing out, but it'll probably grab the final shield. And it does grab the final shield, so I'm going to catch the Crunch onto my Annihilate, because if they're running Crunch Shadow Ball, or Crunch, they could be running Crunch Avalanche, which we kind of wall. Crunch coming through, that does nothing to the Annihilate. They'll be swapping out into a Talonflame, and they've got no more shields to hide behind. So this Shadow Ball will do way too much damage for the Kentucky Fried Chicken to handle. This thing is just gonna be knocked out of the skies, mate. But they might be able to survive on 1 HP. Oh, they just throw the move. And I don't give a crap. This Annihilate's too low, we don't have energy, there's no point in shielding, really. Go for the Flame Charge. I'm going to come in with Jellicent, get energy, get a 1 Hex energy head start. If they come in with that Frost Slice, which is exactly what they're going to do, I'm just going to fire off the Surf. There's no point in going for Shadow Ball. We do outpace, we're going for the Surf. Now Surf will KO from this range, I do believe. And now in the back they've got to have something really weak to charge about. Surf's going through, KOing, and in the back they've got Swampert, and they don't want to deal with that, so they just concede the match. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, consider leaving like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. But yeah, join my Discord, linked in the description as always. And I want to start a battle submission form, but I'm not sure how to, so I will be doing that soon. But anyway, peace.